CMLH on the track, boys.
Tengo todo lo que tengo, no busco cualquiera, un mal deseo. Tengo todo lo que tengo, no busco cualquiera, es un mal deseo. De noche siento el olor que si...
Mi gente, saludos, guten tag, konnichiwa. Welcome to Los Lobos de Lucha Libre, your weekly CMLL recap show where we talk about Viernes Espectacular and all the lucha goodness that we got. It was so good, it was so good. I am El Buntador, El Segundo. Here with me is Papa Oso. Papa Oso, say hello.
Hello.
El Jefe is on vacation, so hopefully he will actually stay on vacation. Right? Yeah. So tonight we are talking about Viernes Espectacular from July 11th. We were talking off camera. What a show. Wowie Kazawi. It was good show. Good show. And we had a great opener with Los Atrapasueños, Espíritu Negro, and Recometa. Those are your technicals going up against now 2 weeks in a row, the Calavera twins, Calavera Junior Primero and Calavera Junior Segundo. Really fun, fast actioned opener. Yeah, it was a great opener. I concur. As always, Primo, Agent Lo-Fi, good to see you here. These two teams just worked really well together. In the end, we do get the Triunfo Rudo. The Calavera Junior Primero and Calavera Junior Segundo come out with the win. Will, what'd you think?
Loved it. Oh my God, it was so good. And the Calaveras, man, I love them. I absolutely love them. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love the other two, Rey Cometa and Espiritu Negro. I love them too. But man, I have just been gobsmacked by the Calaveras. I mean,
yeah.
The first time I saw them was last time. And
I
was like, oh, I thought maybe that was the last. That was it. We were never going to see them again. And then all of a sudden, here they were again. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I really like them. I like how they work together. I love that.
Yeah, they got great chemistry. Chemistry. Not to speak any ill of Rey Cometa and Espiritu Negro. I mean, the brothers, also work really well, and this was just a great opener. Rey Cometa, no short of any high flying. Rey Cometa, he had this spot earlier on in the match where he did a tornillo when he came out of the ring, and he had such a tight rotation, he almost came out short. I think it was Calavera Junior Primero had to adjust to catch him. It was kind of scary, but they caught him. And that finisher that the Calaveras have at the end, where they did the alternating but synchronized, like flip this way and then backflip off the ropes that way for the pin. It was good. It was a really good opener. So the Triunfo goes to the Rudo team, the Calaveras, Calavera Junior Primero and Calavera Junior Segundo. And this brings us to our Amazona match of the night in Relevo Australiano de Amazonas. Dos de tres caídas, best 2 out of 3 pinfalls. On our technical side, we have the Capitan Lluvia with Kira and Yuki Mashiro making her CMLL debut in ring. I think earlier in the week she actually made her debut and saying hello to everyone, but this was her in-ring debut. Versus on the Rudo side, we had the CMLL Japanese Women's Champion, Dark Silhouette, who just picked that belt up off of Jubia. Captaining her team of Hera and Olympia, who I've been missing. I've been missing Olympia. Muscle Mommy. I'm sorry. Love it. But so the match broke down like this. Our first pinfall went to the Technicas, where Julia pinned Dark Silhouette. Second pinfall went to the Rudas, where Olympia pinned Yuki Mashiro, and Hera pinned Kira. Our third pinfall went to the Technicas, where Yuki and Kira both get a submission on Hera and Olympia. Really fun match. Yep. Really fun match. So my notes, it was fast, but it was fast in a good way. I thought that it was short, but I actually went back and watched it again, and the match was still a good 15 minutes. There was no concept of time.
No,
match. That was. Yeah. Way to go. Yeah. Way to go, Yuki, for learning the system and really like integrating into the lucha style. I loved how she faced off against Olympia. You definitely had that like David Goliath thing going, because Yuki is just a small thing and Olympia is Olympia, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a lot of great and speaking of Olympia, her power, she did this one move where she like pulled herself up and over the rope.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. And then with the technicals, Yuki and Kita, again, Yuki looking really good in the system. Yuki and Kita pulled off this synchronized plancha to the outside of the ring, which was fantastic. Paposo, what'd you think?
So good. It was so much fun. This is my I want to say this is my first introduction to Yuki. I don't think I've ever seen her before.
We definitely haven't seen her in CMLL because she literally just like popped up.
Okay.
I have to look in Agent Lo-Fi if you want to fact check me. I think she might be from TJPW. I know she's not from Stardom. I haven't seen her in Stardom, so but yeah, she's brand new.
She was great. She was so fun to watch. But no, I mean, and I love Dark Silueta and Hera and Olympia. I mean, I actually I love all these women. I've seen all of them. Like I said, Yuki is the only one I have never seen before, but I want to see more of her.
Yeah,
she's great. I see she's going to be in CMLL for a bit. That's great. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll use her a lot because she's super fun. Man, she's super fun. But this whole match was just, the opening match was so good, and then we got here, and this was fun and energetic, and it was just like, let's just keep going with this.
Yep. Yeah. It was like the continuation of the party. It was great. Usually, so Agent Lo-Fi, I don't know how long she'll be around. Usually those winners show up in the women's Grand Prix. Hopefully we'll see her, up until the women's Grand Prix, and then we'll see what happens after that.
I have to piggyback on your comment about the speed of the match, and it felt so fast. Like I thought I was watching it, I was so engrossed in it that I was like, wait, it's over already? Wait, what? And it did. It went about 15, 16 minutes. So, I mean, that was so great because it just flowed so well.
Yeah.
And they kept the energy up the whole time, which is why I think, I got so engrossed in it. Right. But yeah, it was so good. The women are amazing.
Yeah. And just carrying on again, we got we have Triunfo Técnicas in this Amazonas match, which brings us to our next match, which was yet another fun one, where we have the technical team of Capitan Dulce Gardenia, dare I say spicy Dulce Gardenia, con Valiente Jr. and Hijo de Pantera, facing off against Los Demones de Japón, Capitan Okamura and Yutani, are one of our favorites, Yutani, and Big Alom. Wow, I forgot how big Alom is. He's just a big piece of meat. But this was in a Relevo Australiano, a best 2 out of 3 pinfall. The first pinfall went to Triunfo Técnicos, where Hijo de la Pantera and Valiente Jr. Pinned Alom y Yutani. Second pinfall went to the Rudos, where Alom pins Valiente Jr. and Yutani pins Hijo de Pantera. And our third pinfall went to the Technicals, where Dulce Gardenia hits his submission move, La Croqueta. I think that's what it's called, on Okamura for the submission. Triunfo Técnicos. Will, go ahead.
So fun. It was such a blot from beginning to end. It was just all over. And, Dotso Gardenia, man, I love whenever he's in the ring. He is just fun to watch. But I do want to comment on this picture. Valiente Jr.'s arms. Look at the veins on those bad boys.
I know, right?
I'm just like, oh, they make me blush.
Right.
And of course, Okamura. I love Okamura. Anytime Okamura is in the ring, I am loving him. I just love everything that he represents. Just the idea of, an older gentleman who is still doing what he loves and doing it pretty hardcore too, by the way.
Yeah.
So this whole match was so good, so fun, action packed. I mean, because Okamura, Itani, and Alam, holy God, he is huge.
Yes.
I was just like,
yes.
I was like, good heavens. I didn't realize how big he was, to piggyback on your comment. But that team was great.
Yeah.
And, the other team was my favorite. But I just love, this was another match for me that felt really short. And because of the flow and the electricity of it I was so engrossed in it.
Yeah.
But it was so good. It just kept the night going. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Let's just keep doing it.
Yeah, totally. I just actually piggybacking off of this, Agent Lo-Fi. I mean, that whole family is jacked, because you have Papa Valiente Jr., Olympia, and Hera is she's got muscle to her too. So yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy how jacked he's gotten. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so extra sassy, extra spicy Dulce Gardenia in this. A lot of fun. He came in, he had that silver sequined hat. Taking it off, tossing it into the audience was fantastic. Giving the rose to Don Julio. Hijo de Pantera did this crazy flip off of Yutani during, I think it was the first pinfall, which was nuts. Alom, again, just crazy powerful guy, man. He was just power bombing people left and right. It was fantastic. I love Los Timones de Japón. That's Okamura and Yutani. They are such a great tag team. They've been working really well together. I'm really hoping they get a few more reps in the next month, 2 months, and we start seeing them maybe in like a championship picture. If not in CMLL, like in MLW, one of the other promotions, but I definitely I want to see Okamura and Yutani utilized more in that. I think they have it in them. And then to start the third pinfall, Alom got up on the top turnbuckle, and then Yutani climbed on top of him and hit this like moonsault to the outside. Amazing. It was amazing. So, great match. Triunfo Técnicos, a lot of fun. Which brings us to our championship match of the night. Actually, this was por el Campeonato Nacional de Trios. One pinfall. The champions, Los Campeones, Felino Jr., El Cobarde, and Hijo de Stuka Jr., Los Grandes Araderos, I believe they are calling themselves, against our favorite, Los Dragones, Dragon Rojo Jr., Dragon Legendario, and Dragon de Fuego. I feel my personal thing is that this was the weakest match of the night. Doesn't mean it wasn't good. It was a great match. I guess it was just the thing, like you couldn't keep that type of crescendoing momentum up all the time. You had to have a little bit of plateau before you started kicking it up again, because boy howdy, we did kick it up again. But this match was a lot of fun. All 6 of these luchadors worked so well together. Everything flowed so well. It was so impressive. Very to steal Agent Lo-Fi's statement from last week, very professional match. Towards the end, there was this great triple kick out that the Rulos had. Much like Yutani and Okamura, Los Dragones, I feel we've established that they're still pretty new as a trios. However, give them another month or 2 or 3, or maybe into next year. Like, I would love to see them in one in a championship picture again. Hell, I would love to see them replay, run this one back, part 2. Because I think that they are that talented, Papa, also, what'd you think?
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I felt that this was a great match, but I agree. This is like, I'm going to eat my nachos at this point.
Right.
But again, I love all these folks, but I agree. I think I don't think it was necessarily the least favorite of the night, but I think it was just sort of the more low key one.
Okay.
So it was there. It was great because they all did great. And but it was, like you said, it was very professional. It was like, okay, let's have a lesson in Lucha Libre. And, and I was like, okay, which, I can appreciate. But yeah, it wasn't like low energy by any means. It just was more low key. Yep. I thought, but I still liked it.
Yep.
It gave me it gave me a moment to breathe.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I gave everyone a moment to breathe. Little bit of a side note, Que Malito and Que Monito. Que Malito came out with the Rudos. Que Monito came out with the Técnicos. Que Malito did get one over on Que Monito. So we're gonna put the Monito counter to 1. We're starting that this week. So Que Malito has one up on Que Monito on this match. So moving on. Do you like what you're seeing? Excuse me, man. Yes. Hello. Do you like what you're watching? Do you like the wrestling? Do you like what you're watching and you like the wrestling? Well, join us on the interwebs. We are the Biconics. You can find us on the interwebs at BC WrestlePod, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Blue Sky, Twitch, which you're probably watching us on one of these platforms. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Also on Kick, we have merch in our merch store, bcwrestlepodspring.fourthwall.com. We have merch for all of the review teams. Plus, we have 3 special things. Right now, we have our Grapple with Pride, which supports trans. A trans support group. We have the People versus La Migra, which supports immigrants. A group that gives legal counsel to immigrant children in Southern California that are dealing with all this nonsense going on. And then our third is the Hot Boy Summer line that's going on right now. So if check it out. It's all really cool merch. All my shirts are dirty right now. As a matter of fact, my son wore his Grapple with Pride shirt to a independent wrestling thing that he went and saw earlier this week, and he got a lot of compliments. I should have gave him business cards. Kicking myself in the butt for that one. But anyway, and also, if you want to support us even further, buy me a coffee, because I'm all out of coffee. I'm just drinking water. I need coffee. You can toss us, support us, check us out on the Patreon. Lots of fun little goodies over on Patreon. We are busy. This week alone, on Friday, we have our TNA review at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Saturday, the 19th of July, we have our GCW Bash at the Ballpark Watch Along, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sunday, July 20th, our WWE review, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and later that night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have our TNA Slammiversary watch along. Lots of stuff going on. So, but getting us back to, this was my match of the night. I loved it. Oh my God. Esfinge versus the Beast Mortos, mano a mano, one fall. And man, Papa, you go ahead, Papa. So you start, and then I'll
That's fair. Yeah, this one was pretty badass, and I have to agree with you. It's probably my favorite match of the night, outside of the quote unquote main event, just because of how just brutal that was. But match wise, yeah, this one was at the top. I thought these two. And correct me if I'm wrong. These two have like an ongoing like issue with one another, right?
So, I mean, as far as I know, it literally started this past week.
Okay.
So
there's no history here.
There's no like long history. No.
Wow, you could have fooled me.
Right?
Because they were fighting like they're mortal enemies.
Right?
Just like, I mean, it was so good. I was literally on the edge of my seat through this whole match. I was just like, man, and because I love Esfinge, and I'm new to the Beast Mortos. I'm new to him, but man, he lives up to his name.
Yeah,
because, jeez. So at the end of this. See, this is why I was asking about the history, because at the end of this, it felt like when Esfinge was talking to him on the mic before the mask ripoff, it felt like, bitch, you've been doing this to me for all these years. Now I'm going to kick your ass, type of thing. It literally felt like they had history together. That's why I was so like, ooh. So now I wonder if they're gonna have. Like, this is the beginnings of something.
I'm hoping.
I hope so too, because I like this rivalry, whatever it is. Yeah, I like it a lot. So this was my match of the night.
Yeah, totally. I feel like these two. Oh, here we go. Gracias, Primo. Mortos only briefly worked CMLL in the beginning of his career. He mostly worked AAA and the Indies as Duros. Black Taurus. So unless Esfinge and him cross paths somewhere like that, then this iteration Esfinge Beast Mortos is pretty new. I felt like this encapsulated the whole, technical, rudo, good, bad of Lucha Libre, right? I mean, even in their outfits, right? Esfinge came out in the beautiful bright yellow, Beast Mortos. So he chose to wear like the darker mask and whatnot. I felt like this showcased something I don't see a lot in North American wrestling, and that's that beefy wrestlers like this have different styles. They don't just have to like go in brawl and be powerhouses, right? Because Esfinge was flying all over the place, and he's a big guy, but he was doing monkey flips, topes, like, doing that whole thing where like he would tope out, jump up, run, throw Mortos back in, like run back in, come in, do up to the turnbuckle and come off. It's almost like he's a small, agile luchador in a big chunky body, and I really liked that, this showcased that even though they're big, They can be really agile. And Beast Mortos, he was big, and he played that part. He played that Rudo part. He beat on his Finghe, used a lot of power. We do know that Beast Mortos can fly. We have seen him fly every once in a while, but he really, stayed true to that like stereotypical Rudo, template, if you want. It worked out great. Beast was a beast. He hit this one blue thunder bomb on his Finghe on the ring apron, and I cringed. Oh man, that looked like it hurt a lot. Also, Beast Mortos, great ring acumen. Every time his Finghe tried to sink his submission ender, Beast Mortos would like get right to the ring, to the rope and break that, or he would like reverse it to get out. So it was really good. And yeah, at the end of the match, the Beast Mortos, the Triunfo did go to, as Agent Lo-Fi said, the Triunfo did go to Beast Mortos, pinning Esfinge, this time pinning him clean. And at the end of the match, Beast Mortos gives a roar as he challenges for Esfinge's belt. I still think Esfinge takes it the next week. Yeah. I think that Esfinge still walks out coming up. Well, we'll get to that. But and then and Esfinge may be busy with Aniversario dealings. Because we still have to remember that he still has that whole thing with Valiente like cooking. So and really quick word from our sponsor. Have you been pile drived too hard on the ring apron? Have you been brainbustered on the top turnbuckle and your neck doesn't feel well anymore? Well, please call our team here at Frank Mortos, attorney at law. Frank Mortos, attorney at law. He will fight for your money. Frank Mortos, attorney at law. Roar, grumble, roar. So, great match. Beast Mortos comes out with the win. We're going to put a pin in that. Talk about it later. And now, let me explain. So, normally, when matches come out, much like wrestling matches, the announcers, like, they announce the wrestlers and they can come out and do their thing, right? And as you've seen, there are match cards that you get right before the match, right? This next match was not that way, because this was the way that we started this match. Oh, and the volume is muted. Dag nabbit. So anyway, so what you are seeing is Los Laguneros, Los Guerreros Laguneros versus Los Infernales, Ultimo Guerrero, Gran Guerrero, and Stuka Jr. versus Euphoria, Mephisto, Averno. Los Guerreros Laguneros didn't even have a chance to like make it all the way to the ring. Los Infernales, they appeared out of nowhere, like smoke bomb appeared out of nowhere, and just started beating on Los Guerreros Laguneros. And I'm gonna tell you what, like, these two teams are big, beefy rudos that we have seen brutalize other people. So to see Los Infernales brutalizing the Guerrero Laguneros, that was woo. What did you think there, Will?
This match was just brutal, and I loved it. I just loved that they were like, "Oh, here they come," and it was like, "Yeah,
right?
here we are." And then it was just out of nowhere.
We're doing the
And
thing. Yeah,
then out of
boom.
nowhere, they're like, just bam. And I was like, "Oh, I guess we're starting." And I was, there was no card, there was no,
no match card, no nothing.
It was pure beat down. I mean, I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
And it was just fun to watch. It was just super fun. I loved it. It was I thought it was a great ending match.
Yeah. Yeah. And good on the ring announcer, because when all this happened, he was just, get us like it, like it was just like got out of there. This match did come with more casualties, however, and we need to address that right now. Los Infernales beat down Güero Noriega, our referee, our boy. What have they done to our boy? And get disqualified. So the match does go to the Guerreros Laguneros, Ultimo Guerrero, Gran Guerrero, and Estuca Jr. But at what cost? At what cost?
One of these days, I want to see Noriega like kick somebody's ass.
I know, right?
Because I think he could. I really think he could.
Right? Totally. I'm waiting for that day. He's just going to start tossing people.
I just want to be like, they push him too much, and he just like rips his referee, and it's like he's got his like wrestling gear on underneath, and he's just like, I would pay good money.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The only other the only other two notes I have about this is apparently on Fridays we wear blue because they all wore the blue outfits. So which I thought was very interesting. And then Euphoria showing off his power. Ridiculously lethal powerbomb on Gran Guerrero, who is a big human. Very impressive. But the triunfo does go to Los Guerreros Laguneros by disqualification, as you saw. What have they done to our boy? Edgar, way more an active participant on CMLL. Yeah, I could imagine. But one day, we'll see him on Viernes Espectacular. Lay the smack down. It'll happen. But that brings us to the end of this Viernes Espectacular. So what do we got coming up? Well, I think we have another pretty stacked show coming up this week. So we start the show off with a match Relampago, where we get to see Yuki Mashiro versus Hera. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Then Blue Panther y Rey Bocanero versus El Filino in Virus. Haven't seen Virus in a while, so it's going to be fun to see him again. Por el Campeonato Nacional de Peso Semi-Completo. That's right, peoples. Esfinge is answering the call, putting his belt on the line against the Beast Mortos. So we'll see. Would I be surprised if Esfinge walks out still the champion? Yes. Will I be surprised if Beast Mortos wins the championship, I won't be surprised. Either way, I'm going to be coming out a happy fan. MJF challenged Alberto for the lightweight belt on Informa. Oh, I missed that part of Informa. Wow. Okay, MJF. Interesting. Very interesting. Things are heating up, man. Down here in CMLL. Anyway, so we have Esfinge and the Beast Mortos for the El Campeonato Nacional de Peso Semicompleto. Our semi-main event is Místico Bandido returning down to Arena Mexico and Atlantis Jr. versus El Galeon Fantasma, who we've been missing so much. Zandekan Jr., Difunto, and Barbosa. Yeah, the chances of Aniversario main being Místico MJF for the belt have gone way up. Yup. See that happening. And in our main event, el único eliminatorio para el torneo Leyenda de Plata. We are getting into tournament time. So this is going to be the only eliminator for the torneo Leyenda de Plata. We have Máscara Dorada, Titan, Templario, Ángel de Oro, Neon, Maxstar, Capitán Suicida, and Explosivo all going at it. One man comes out for the Leyenda de Plata. Yeah, that's on my main. Yeah, Místico Bandido, Atlantis Jr. and the Galeon. It's Defunto, man. It's Defunto. We love our Defunto here. So it's good. So yeah, that's it. That is the Lucha goodness. Will, you got any parting words?
It was amazing. If you don't watch Lucha Libre, you should.
Yes. I will echo that sentiment. If you're not watching Lucha Libre, you should, because it's very, very good. And that's it for the night. So thank you all so much for joining us. We hope that you do check out some CMLL. And if not, please keep checking us out. We will bring you the CMLL goodness every week. Agent Lo-Fi Primo, as always, gracias. El Jefe, if you're watching, I'm done. So mi gente, just remember that I'm Biconic, you're Biconic, we are all Biconic, and you get to, don't forget, everyone, you get to finish your story. And Will, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Johnny TV style.
Sebastian!
You're in the shot, you bald idiot!
You fool!
The other way! Go!
Me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien.